The Amelia Effect, Redefining True Love in the Age of Celebrity Rumors. In an era where celebrity relationships are often reduced to headlines, hashtags, and half-truths, the idea of true love can feel almost outdated, romantic, yes, but unrealistic. Fame accelerates everything. Affection becomes spectacle, conflict becomes content, and intimacy is flattened into rumor. And yet, against this restless backdrop, there exists a quieter narrative, one that does not shout to be believed. This is the story many have come to describe as the Amelia Effect, the profound, steady presence of Amelia Warner alongside Jamie Dornan, and how their bond challenges the very mechanics of celebrity gossip. This is not a love story built for virality. It is built for endurance. 1. The Age of Noise. To understand why the Amelia Effect feels so radical, one must first understand the ecosystem it exists within. Celebrity culture today thrives on immediacy. A glance becomes a narrative, a silence becomes suspicion. Relationships are measured not by longevity or depth, but by visibility. Who appears together on red carpets? Who posts whom? Who unfollows whom? In such an environment, love is expected to perform. But Jamie Dornan's public life, particularly during the peaks of his global fame, has often existed in sharp contrast to this expectation. While the world projected fantasies, storylines, and speculation onto him, his real life remained notably restrained. And at the center of that restraint was Amelia. Not as a public rebuttal. Not as a counter-narrative. But as a constant. 2. Amelia Warner, the power of being unloud. Amelia Warner has never competed with the noise. She has never attempted to outshine it, drown it out, or control it. Instead, she has done something far more disarming: she has ignored it. In a culture that rewards reaction, Amelia's refusal to participate in public clarifications or defensive statements has often been misread as passivity. In truth, it is discipline. It is the choice to protect something sacred by refusing to make it consumable. Her presence beside Jamie has never been theatrical. There are no carefully staged moments meant to counter gossip. No strategic visibility. When she appears, it is unforced. When she is absent, it is intentional. And that is precisely what unsettles the machinery of rumor. Because gossip feeds on cracks, on insecurity, on overcompensation, on chaos. Amelia offers none of these. She offers steadiness. 3. Rumors as currency, and why they fail here. Celebrity rumors are not random. They are transactional. They exist because there is demand. Audiences want drama, and speculation fills the gap when access is limited. For years, Jamie Dornan's career, particularly roles that required intense emotional or physical intimacy, became fertile ground for projection. The fictional blurred into the real. On-screen chemistry was mistaken for off-screen truth. Silence was interpreted as secrecy. And yet, despite waves of conjecture, one thing remained unchanged: Amelia was still there. Not explaining. Not correcting. Not performing reassurance. Just there. The Amelia Effect emerges precisely at this intersection, where rumor expects reaction and receives none. Where speculation seeks validation and is met with calm continuity. Over time, something unexpected happens. The rumors lose momentum, not because they are disproven, but because they are rendered irrelevant. 4. Love without a press strategy. Many celebrity couples manage perception like a brand. Appearances are curated, statements are timed, milestones are monetized through exclusives. There is nothing inherently wrong with this. It is often a survival strategy. But Jamie and Amelia operate differently. Their relationship has never relied on public confirmation to feel legitimate. There is no urgency to be seen together to prove they are together. This absence of performative reassurance speaks to a deeper confidence. Love that does not require witnesses to exist. In moments where public pressure could have fractured lesser bonds, theirs appeared to solidify, not outwardly, but inwardly. Friends and collaborators have often remarked not on grand gestures, but on the ordinariness of their partnership, shared routines, shared parenting, shared priorities. Ordinary is radical in a world addicted to spectacle. 5. Quiet resilience as a form of strength. Resilience is often imagined as something loud, fighting back, reclaiming narratives, proving critics wrong. Amelia's resilience is quieter, and therefore easier to underestimate. It shows up in staying when leaving would have been easier. In trusting when doubt was being sold at scale. In choosing privacy not as withdrawal, but as protection. This kind of resilience does not trend. It does not generate clicks. But it builds something far more durable than public approval, internal certainty. And Jamie's evolution, both as an artist and as a man, cannot be separated from this environment of stability. When an individual is not constantly defending their personal life, they are freer to take creative risks, to grow, to be fully present. The Amelia Effect, in this sense, is not passive support. It is an active foundation. 6. Redefining true love in the celebrity context. So what does true love look like when stripped of romantic mythology and public performance? In the context of Amelia and Jamie, it looks like choosing consistency over excitement, choosing privacy over validation, choosing longevity over narrative twists. True love, here, is not dramatic. It does not need crises to prove itself. It is defined by repetition, the daily act of showing up, again and again, without applause. In an industry that often consumes relationships as part of a persona, this approach feels almost subversive. It insists that love is not content. It is not owed to the audience. It belongs to the people living it. 7. The public gaze and the refusal to bow. Public scrutiny is relentless. It does not stop simply because a relationship is healthy. In fact, health can be perceived as suspicious in a culture conditioned to expect dysfunction. Yet Amelia's refusal to bow to that gaze, to shape herself or her relationship for its comfort, has slowly altered the conversation. Not through confrontation, but through endurance. Over time, many observers have noted a shift. The gossip remains, but it carries less authority. The narratives feel thinner. The projections feel more obviously disconnected from reality. Why? Because reality, when consistent, eventually outlasts fiction. 8. The legacy of the Amelia Effect. The true impact of the Amelia Effect may not be fully visible yet. But its implications extend beyond one couple. It challenges the assumption that celebrity love must be public to be valid. It questions whether constant access actually deepens understanding, or simply distorts it. It reminds audiences that what they do not see is not necessarily what does not exist. In redefining love as something that can thrive despite invisibility, Amelia and Jamie offer an alternative model, one rooted not in denial of fame, but in mastery over it. They have not rejected the public eye. They have simply refused to let it define them. 9. Conclusion. Love that does not ask to be believed. In the end, the Amelia Effect is not about silencing rumors. It is about making them unnecessary. It is about a woman whose quiet presence reorients the narrative without ever touching it. About a partnership that endures not because it is defended, but because it is lived. About redefining true love not as a performance under lights, but as a commitment sustained in shadow. In an age where celebrity relationships are often consumed and discarded as entertainment, this story stands apart, not because it demands attention, but because it does not need it. And perhaps that is the most radical definition of love we have left.